Hello everyone, I'm Chris. In this video we're going to have a look at roundabouts, from how to approach them, to positioning, and when to go. If you often hesitate at a roundabout, then stick around as we'll show you when to go and what to look for. So we're first going to have a look at road positioning and how to approach a roundabout. At this first roundabout, we will be turning left. It's the first exit. We see the sign for it coming up. Now we'll have to give way to the right. We're checking our mirrors, interior left. We signal left. It looks all clear to the right, so I'm going down to second gear and keeping in the left-hand lane. Checking mirrors again to the left, keeping the signal on to exit. At the next roundabout, we will turn left, and it's the second exit. We can see on this sign here that we're coming up from the bottom and we need the second exit on the left. So we won't signal left on approach, or other road users might think that we want the first exit, but we will keep in the left hand lane. And as we're passing the first exit, we'll check our mirrors and we'll signal left to exit. We're now going to have a look at some different variations of following the road ahead at a roundabout. At the next roundabout, we will follow the road ahead. It's the second exit. Now, just like at a crossroads, if you're following the road ahead, you'd normally be in the left-hand lane, unless there's signs or road markings telling you any different. Again, we give way to the right, and now it's very important to keep in the left-hand lane, and I really mean keep left. Now we check mirrors to the left and signal left. It was very important to keep in the left-hand lane there, as you might have someone in the right-hand lane who's turning around to the right next to you. At the next roundabout, we will follow the road ahead. It's the second exit. Now this roundabout has 3 lanes. Again, we are going to keep to the left, unless there's markings telling us any different. The lane in the middle would be used for overtaking if there was a big traffic jam in the left-hand lane. We're giving way to the right, looks quite busy, so being prepared to stop. When we join the roundabout, we need to keep in the left-hand lane. Getting up to second gear now. Checking mirrors to the left, signal left, and then exit the roundabout. At this next roundabout, we will follow the road ahead. Second exit. Now this one's a bit different. It's going to go into 3 lanes, and the sign on the left and the road markings will tell us that we need the middle lane. The left-hand lane is for turning left only. Now I've got this white van blocking my view on the right, so I'm going to try and creep forward very slightly, try and get a better view. Now he's gone, now I've got a good view, it's clear, and I'm keeping in the left-hand lane. I'm watching these vehicles on the left in case they push out, checking my mirrors and signal to exit, and staying in the left-hand lane. We're now going to have a look at turning right at a roundabout. At this next roundabout, I am turning right, 4th exit. And because it's to the right half of the roundabout, I've needed to change lanes into the right hand lane when it was safe. I've checked my mirrors, I've got my signal on to the right, I can see my opportunity. I'm keeping in the right hand lane. I'm up to second gear now. I've got my signal on to the right still. And I'm just counting the exits as I go round. This will be the second exit. And now as I'm passing the third exit, I will check my mirrors to the left, signal left, and manoeuvre over to exit. Taking the second exit at a roundabout doesn't always mean that you'll be following the road ahead. This next roundabout is a good example of where the second exit is actually to the right. As you can see by the sign here, going towards Shirley. Because the exit is slightly to the right of the roundabout, we will check our mirrors to the right, we will signal right, and we will keep in the right hand lane, giving way to the right. And as we're passing the first exit, we check mirrors, signal, and then we manoeuvre to exit. At this next roundabout, we need to turn right, second exit. Our exit that we need is slightly to the right of the roundabout, and that's why we need the right hand lane, and we're checking mirrors to the right and signal right, being careful not to stop on the crossing. Not only do we not want to stop on it, but we need to make sure it's clear before going. We don't want to get distracted just by the roundabout. Well, the crossing looks clear, and so does the roundabout. So now we're keeping in the right hand lane, and as soon as we're passing the first exit we check mirrors, signal left, and then exit, looking out for the next zebra crossing. You can also use roundabouts as a way of turning around. So the next roundabout, we will turn right and it's the fourth exit. So we've changed lanes, and we need to keep in the furthest right hand lane. Still keeping in the right hand lane. Now as soon as we're passing this exit, we check our mirrors to the left, signal left, and move across to the left hand lane. This next roundabout is a little bit more complicated as it's partly controlled by traffic lights. There's also multiple lanes. We have to give way to the right here as usual. And now we're following the road markings and signs to the A14 east. See it written on the road there. This part is now controlled by traffic lights. It's green, so we've got priority. Keeping in lane for the A14 east. Now we're taking the next exit towards the A14 East. We go from one extreme to another as we now have a look at mini roundabouts. Now you could say that mini roundabouts are friendlier than some of the larger ones. Same rules, still give way to the right, you signal the same. You don't always have to signal to exit them if you don't have time. For the next mini roundabout we will follow the road ahead. Give way to the right, but it's well worth checking to the left as well to make sure people aren't pulling out when they shouldn't. See a sign for another mini roundabout. Again, we're following the road ahead. At the next mini roundabout, we will turn right. And this is a good example of a mini roundabout that is pretty much impossible to go around, especially if you have a parked car in the way. But we'll do our best. But don't be afraid to drive on them if you need to. Here we have another example of a mini roundabout that is again impossible to drive round. Parked cars in the way, we're turning right. So we're going to have to drive on it a bit, especially as this road is so tight. Again, plan ahead, you don't want to get stuck behind a parked car. So don't be afraid to drive on a mini roundabout if you need to, as long as you try your best to go around it. Now we have two mini roundabouts coming up, and we will follow the road ahead at both of them. So just treat them as two separate individual roundabouts. So we give way to the right, and again we're following the road ahead. It's all clear to the right, which is basically the cars opposite. We're approaching those two mini roundabouts again. This time we will turn right at the first one and left at the second one. So we're checking the mirrors to the right, we'll signal right, so we'll clear to the right. Now we're turning left, so we check mirrors to the left, signal left, give way to the right, it's all clear. This next mini roundabout is fairly busy. We know that we have to give way to the right, and we're turning left. But if a vehicle from the left turns right down where we've just come from, like this van, they will block the people on the right and give us a chance to go. The next part of this video is all about when to get onto a roundabout. You'll need to use your anticipation skills to judge when it's safe to go, especially on busy roundabouts. I'm going to show you clues to look out for so you won't miss opportunities. We obviously have to give way to the right, and what we're looking for is a vehicle that's going to exit the roundabout to where we've just come from. You can see these two cars exiting, which gives us a chance to get on. But how do we know when a vehicle is going to exit the roundabout and give us a chance to get on? Well, we don't rely on other people's signals because they signal incorrectly or not at all, like this white van. So if we can't rely on their signals, we need to look out for other clues. For example, where they're steering, their position and their angle. Let's have a look at some more examples. This next opportunity is a little bit easier. I'm looking at the speed of these cars. This blue car is going quite fast. I know he's not going to bother me, so I'm taking the opportunity to get going. Normally if the other car is going quite fast, they're probably zooming off to exit. With this next opportunity, I'm going to slow the video down to show you how you can look at other vehicles' position and angle to give you a good clue that they're coming off. Even with this red car, we can see how their front wheels are dead straight. There's no way that this car is going to come round and bother me. It gives me a great chance to get on, and no hesitation. Let's see if you know when to go on this next roundabout. Again, we'll have another bus. It's very hard to tell where this bus is going. But as we emerge further, we can see he's going dead straight and not bothering us at all. Again, I was watching their front wheels. Let's slow this next roundabout down. Would you take this opportunity? Look at their front wheels. Look where they're steering. Whatever you do, don't rely on other people's signals. Another roundabout, and a little bit busier. Watch their front wheels, their position. Are they speeding up? Great opportunity there. Gotta be quick, gotta be confident in how fast you can pull away. But don't take any dangerous chances. Plan ahead. Watch those other drivers, watch their front wheels. Sometimes you get lucky and it's totally clear. These are the roundabouts we like. With this next roundabout, there is a car on our right, but because we have more momentum, more speed than they do, we can get on easily without bothering them. Not only do we need to look at the roundabout, but we have this zebra crossing to watch out for too. Once the zebra crossing is clear, we're looking to the right. See this black car is coming off. Gives us a great chance to get on. Let's have a look at this next roundabout for that golden opportunity. We're watching this silver car that's coming round the roundabout. And it's at this point where we can see their front wheels are straightening up and their angle is pointing down where we've just come from. Let's see if you would take this opportunity. Make sure that you are comfortable with your ability to pull away quickly onto a roundabout. The last thing you want to do is pull away quickly, only to stall. It's a little bit tricky to see, but we made sure that the van went first so we had a good view. We're now approaching a notoriously busy local roundabout called the Chinese Roundabout. It's getting late, it's getting busy. We're waiting for our opportunity to go. which will be this car coming off, gives us a chance to quickly get on. Okay, keep a lookout for the opportunity. Is this car coming off? No, they're coming around. Also look out for vehicles that will give you misleading signals. Just don't look at their indicators at all. Just use your anticipation skills. This next car that's indicating far too early, but the white van's coming off, gives us a chance. The next roundabout is in slow motion. I'm going to leave this one up to you. Look out for the opportunity. 3 cars coming round, which one's coming off? Would you have taken that opportunity? Look out for where they're steering. Look at their angle. And also, are they speeding up to exit? All aspects of driving can be dangerous. Make sure that when you practice roundabouts that you start somewhere quiet, at a quiet time, and gradually build up to this level, which is rush hour traffic. And don't do anything dangerous. Here, the angle of this car gives me a good idea that they're coming off. Gives us a great opportunity to get on. With this next roundabout, I will deliberately hesitate. There was an opportunity straight away to get on. But let's see if you spot the next opportunity. That white car came off. Is there another one? Is that an opportunity? Would have been a bit too tight. That blue car. That was a great chance. The 4x4. That's a good one. Look how fast that car's going. It's always a good indication that they're going to come off and give us a chance. But this next roundabout, again, I'm going to deliberately hesitate. Let's see if you spot the opportunities. There's one. There's another. Another opportunity. Another one. Great chance. As usual, look out for cyclists and pedestrians who might be near the roundabout or on it. This time our view is blocked by this van. It's going to make sure we can see behind it. It's all clear. We can go. Wow, that was a lot of roundabouts. We've shown you big roundabouts, mini ones, and opportunities when to get going onto a roundabout. We really hope this video has been useful. If it has, then please give us a thumbs up like at the bottom of the screen and share your experiences of roundabouts in the comment section below. Don't forget, driving is very dangerous, so please get help and guidance from a professional driving instructor, and hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.